What's up, guys? Mr. Fit to Flourish. Today I wanted to show you guys the trades that I took on SPY yesterday. Yesterday was May 21st, 2025, and also the trade that I took today on SPY. Okay, so let's get right into it. I know you guys like these recaps, so let's get right into it. So the first trade that I took, all right, so we're going to go to this tab here, share this tab, boom and a boom. Alrighty, so we were in this uptrend, so I was still in a bull bias. We were still in this uptrend, so here is where I took the trade. This is the 2-hour time frame on SPY, but we're gonna move this over to the 5-minute time frame because I trade on the 5-minute like most day traders. Right, so move this up, 5-minute. Stretch this up a little bit. All right. So, and I mentioned that to the Discord, I mentioned two things that I've learned over the years, and really during this year. This year, the major thing that I learned is that you want to be trading with the overall trend. So, whatever the overall larger time frame trend is, that's what you want to be trading. So, for instance, if the overall trend is an uptrend, then you want to go long. So we trade options. I was trading options. I trade right now. I'm trading 1 day to expiration options to give me a little bit more cushion. But yeah. So anyways, I use my key levels on some of these trades. So I've been using. I've been doing some trades right off the opening level. And what I've been noticing is if we're at these key levels, you can use these key levels as support or resistance levels. So I used that level as support. So right in the beginning of the day, again, I'm staying with the overall trend is an uptrend, even though we're starting to turn around now, right? But we didn't have a flip yet. We didn't have a market structure shift yet at this point. This was May 21st, 2025, all right? So we had a big bullish bar open up the day. So what I did was I was like, hey, if we get a gap fill here, that will make our risk to reward ratio pretty insane. So I set the stop right at the low of this bull bar. The volume RSI was also really high. So I was like, we can get a gap fill, and I'm going to take profit there. So the risk reward ratio was 3.59. Okay, 3.59. You always want it to be at least a 2-to-1 ratio, which means for every dollar that you can lose, you can gain $2. Okay, so you want it to be 2-to-1, but this was 3.59 to 1, which is very good. Okay, so for every dollar that I could possibly lose, I can gain 3.59 basically. So if we close below this key level, then I know that we're probably going to break and go to the next key level. As you can see, we did later on in the day. We broke below that key level, and now we went to the next key level, literally to the penny. Look at that, to the penny. So my key levels are actually insane. If you want to know how to draw key levels, check out the video on my page on key levels. Anyway, so I took that entry. We had a huge move up here, and what did I take? I took the what was it? The this was 521, so I took the 522 expiration, and we were at 593 strike calls. Okay, so 522 expiration, 593 strike calls. Okay, so we had a pretty big move up here, and then we had a rejection, but I wasn't scared that we were going to break, and even if we did break below that, I would just exit. Okay, I would just exit the trade. So we had a little bit of a pullback, but we held this hold level. So the close of the first bull bar, we held that. We consolidated there, and then we had a big move up here. That 920 crossover just caused us to absolutely rip, and then we got right right to that close of previous day. Okay, and this is really where I exited because I understand that, hey, we're breaking this key level. We can possibly continue to the upside, but we kept rejecting 595 the previous days. We just kept rejecting at those highs, and there's a lot of volume up there at those highs if you look at the volume profile. So I was like, you know what, when we get to my target was this bar anyways, to get that complete gap fill, and that's where we got. So that's where I exited at a pretty big gain, a 40% gain. So I put a pretty good chunk of money in there. All right, so what else was happening? That volume RSI was really big. I used the volume RSI to show me how much volume there is coming in, how much up volume there is coming in, and then when there's down volume coming in, it goes down. Okay, and that's where you see here we had a 920 crossover later in the day, huge move down. I didn't trade later on in the day. I was at work. Okay, if I'm trading at work, I set the trade, get out the trade real quick, and then I don't look at the chart for the rest of the day. And that's what happened here. So here, I didn't get in on this trade. This was absolutely ridiculous trade if you did take this trade here. So we had pretty good structure up at the top here, and then we had a 920 crossover, the pink line crossing below the yellow, huge move down. That would have been pretty nice. So that was a trade I took from 5/21, May 21st, 2025. I'll show my other trade from today, May 22, 2025, in another video. So thank you guys for tuning in. It's your boy, Mr. Fit to Flourish, and I'm out. Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and